Soup, you big bearded bastard.
Darth Rain Gaming, welcome to the stream. By the way, Rain, how's the audio sounding?
It's so good to hear your voice at normal volume.
Okay, good. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host and your navigator, Zaku the Silver Wolf, and we are back with Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. This is part 2. Aloha, Japan. Aloha, Hawaii. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, as we're going to probably do this for about 2 or 3 hours. So let's get into it. And also, feel free to join my Discord, Rain, if you can link that. You can also check out my buddy, Wallflower Martyr, who just reached 400 members in his Discord and over 650 followers on Twitch.
How do I do that?
Do you have the Discord app on your on mobile, bud?
Yes.
Okay, so what you'll do is you'll go in there, and you should just be able to click on the Discord and select invite, and then copy the link and then just drop it in the chat.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's okay.
And as per usual, since this is a Twitch stream, it will be up on YouTube later. I've got to get back into the feel of things. I haven't streamed in over a month because I've been having audio issues. So we just got... There it is. If y'all follow that link, you can join the Discord. I'd kicked the stream off earlier, but we were still in the process of doing the celebration stream in Wallflower's Discord.
Join the dark side, we have cookies.
I mean, we have cookies, and I can promise you at least a t-shirt. That'll be down the line, but eventually.
Hell yeah.
But as I said earlier, I don't even remember where we were. I don't remember what happened in the last stream. I do remember that we started out as, or Ichiban started out as a worker for the unemployment agency, and then was terminated under false pretenses.
On to the next level.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Rain, it showed you were offline, so I figured you were in bed. Right now, we're just kind of collecting enough funds and shit so we can get into, or so because it's recommended before you leave Japan. Because the thing about this game is you've got two stories that take place after chapter 7, which we won't get there right now. But after chapter 7, you've got two stories that takes place. You've got Ichiban's story and you've got Kiryu's story, and both of them, it's divided into chapters. Kiryu's chapters are the even chapters, and Ichiban's chapters are the odd chapters. So,
I think I'm getting stronger.
I'm currently laying in bed watching your stream and watching a playthrough of The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom.
you'll probably be hitting the hay here pretty soon. That's fine, I'll just get you in probably on tomorrow's stream. Because we're back, baby. Right now it's going to be standard fare. We're just going to be kind of gaining experience and money so we can get to better, a little bit better prepared before heading off.
I ain't sleepy. Bloom keeps stepping on my bull sack.
Oof. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And despite the fact that we have 3 characters right now, we will not have them when we go to Hawaii. We'll only have one.
Awake.
Well, I would shoot you a party invite. If you want in on this. Because I'm going to be doing this and sipping on some gamer sups. By the way, I'm not sponsored.
Give me a second, I'll hop on.
Alright, I'll shoot you an invite. So we're going to get Darth Rain Gaming in here. So y'all are going to hear my audio only for the moment. But get him in here. He's going to have to adjust his volume anyway because he ain't going to want my masculine ass voice to blow out his eardrums. Dana Dragoon! Welcome! Go ahead and follow if you feel so inclined and join the Discord. Where is he? Oh, yeah. Well. Come on. Let's get it on. Where's he at? There he is. Nope. He already logged in. Okay. Guess I'm going to scroll back up to the top of my board here. There he is. I don't know if Alpha's online or if he's at work, but I'm going to shoot him an invite too. Alright.
I've got some more fight in me.
There we go. Alright. Darth Rain Gaming, welcome. Darth Rain Gaming.
Give me just a minute, I want you to blow out my fucking eardrums.
The battle is on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Hey,
perfect.
can you hear me?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah. My ear pussy is free.
For the time being.
For the time being.
I repeat, my ear hole is not getting molested.
$14,000.
I'm good. Not a loser. Cool.
Open wide.
Why do you lick your lips every time you look
Yeah.
at me? I am not a T-bone steak.
Man. Ain't gonna lie, T-bone steak sounds real nice right now.
I know, right? Even after taking the screaming shit, I could use a T-bone steak right now. So, how did you fix the charging problem with your own controller?
I bought a multi-charger that it's basically like a charging dock. You set your controller on it and it charges via your external and the headphone jack. So I don't have to use the USB charging anymore.
I've always known what's wrong with that front part of the charger.
What's that?
Gets worn out.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I've had the controller for over a year, so wouldn't surprise me.
Needs to be replaced.
So the charging dock will suffice for now. It saves me from having to buy a new controller at the moment. I will eventually have to buy a new controller, but at the moment it saves me from having to buy one.
In it for the long haul.
So, my next question is, how do you feel about the Nintendo Switch 2?
We were discussing that earlier, and I'm not happy about what Nintendo's trying to do, but it is Nintendo. But $90 or $80 for, what was it, $80 for digital and $90 for physical games, along with the removal of the gold points. Yeah, I ain't real happy about it, but it's Nintendo, and I grew up with Nintendo, so I will still end up getting the Switch 2.
Well, the way I see it is, the higher price for games on the Switch 2, it's not really a big issue with me. Because if you look back at some of the games from the 90s,
Yeah, true.
some of those, when you went to Walmart, you paid 60 or 70 bucks.
I know, but like I said, it's...
Really,
Go ahead.
But if you really added inflation...
If you added inflation, it's natural progression. Because, I mean, what is it? PS5 games are $70?
Games should cost around 120 to 130
Jesus.
if you added in inflation.
No, I'll tell you right now, I won't be buying a bunch because it's been confirmed that the Switch 2 is backwards compatible, so I've got a whole library of original Switch games that I can play.
I'm getting the new Mario Kart
Let's do it. Yeah.
for the fast I've got gameplay of excited for it. Pretty much Mario Kart worked day one day.
And I mean, I'll just do what I do right now. If there's a game I really want, I'll just wait for it to go on sale. Because that's the one thing I can say Nintendo does quite a bit, is they're always having sales.
That, or if you want to buy the physical version of the game, you can either buy it, you can also buy used games.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about that, and I'm gonna be buying an original Switch again anyway, because I hate not having anything to do at work. Exactly. So my next buy is going to be a Switch again, and that will allow for me to, you know.
I'm guessing with your work schedule being night, I'm guessing it's extremely slow and you don't get a whole lot of customers.
Sometimes yes, most of the time it's kind of steady through the night, but like the other night, my God, I didn't have I think I did less than $500 in sales.
I know I said I wouldn't get a PS5
Nice.
Pro,
Hell
but
yeah.
when I get my disability and I get back pay, I will be getting a PS5. And I'm gonna spend the extra $80 and get the PS5. What I'm gonna do with my
Cool.
PS5 I have.
Look at them go. Moving up in the world.
So I've been planning on getting a PS5 as well, but I've got a couple of other things I want to get knocked out before then. You feel me? Because I want to grab a Switch first, and then I'm going to try to get my computer built.
Yeah. Let's go. You make yourself good. Battle is on. Cool.
Open wide.
Alright, what, 20,000?
Hey, I'm in good shape.
I'm not going to sit there and waste my time trying to get the best armor that I can get right now. That would take way too long. Because I want to show this to you, Rain. The strongest armor I can get right now. Let me get to the store.
You're going down.
Oh, City Slickers, hello. I don't usually see y'all before I go to Hawaii. Bronze plate.
I actually slept well last night.
You see this? This is the strongest. This is the strongest armor I can get right now. Look how much they are. 29,292,929 yen. I mean, I could get these. They're still fairly decent, but even still, getting 292,000 is going to take a while. I mean, if I wanted to spend 5 hours grinding for cash only, I could probably scrounge up enough to get that. But that would not make for a very entertaining stream. Huh?
I haven't been keeping up with Power World, so I'm just now seeing this.
I think they made a... I can't remember exactly. That was something I saw about they were making a Power World visual novel or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, they added crossplay to the bitch.
Oh?
Crossplay up there.
Let's do it. Okay. Oh yeah. Watch this.
I mean, I kind of hate bullying these guys, but we gotta get the money built up anyway. So,
Bring it on. Yeah. Brace yourself.
I mean, that is why Nintendo is doing Power World. Because Power World did the monster taming / capture better than
I mean, that's why we haven't seen it. That's why we haven't seen a Monster Rancher game in a while either. Some people probably don't remember Monster Rancher.
Technically, if anybody has the right to sue anybody over the monster capture thing, Dragon Quest.
Well, Dragon Quest, while made by Square, is still an... It was released on Nintendo first. The original Dragon Quest was released on the Famicom and the Nintendo. I mean, I know. I get where you're coming from, but it was still under Nintendo's purview.
One thing that they won't get is that's something they won't
That actually slept well.
try that, then they have to go sue Rockstar because horses and other countless other games provide horses.
Come on.
I think it was more of the I think what it was is, well, yes, it's legally distinct. It's still very similar, at least in their eyes. It's still very similar in Nintendo's eyes, even though you can run around with you know, in AK-47s and kill the things.
But you wanna know something? I think the reason why Nintendo is not going after the shut down pocket pair over this is because they got Xbox and Sony backing their ass. And I'm pretty sure
I'm in good
Nintendo
shape.
don't want to fight the two big giants.
Corporate shady tactics are corporate shady tactics. It doesn't matter, man. All corporations are the same. We all know this.
Okay.
Give them enough hush money and they'll be like, alright, alright. Because what's the one thing that is universal? Human fucking greed. And corporate greed more so.
I mean, to be fair, yeah.
I'm up.
But
Yeah. Another
one
one in the
thing
bag.
that Xbox has got is Bill Gates.
Nah. Bill Gates is a clown.
I mean, true, but I'm pretty sure Nintendo can't compete with that level of reach. Pocket there.
Yeah.
Ooh, Nintendo.
Okay.
I mean, it's not exactly Nintendo making bad decisions. Fucking assholes they got running
Think I'm getting stronger. Nice.
ahead of their ass.
Hell yeah. In it for the long.
Then when they pull their head out of their ass, they're like, why does it smell like shit? Gee, I don't know. I guess you had your damn honker up your damn booty hole, trying to ditty your own ass, ain't you?
I mean, fair enough.
Look, you want to stick your head up your own ass and lick your own rectum, go to your office and lock your door and close the blinds so nobody has to see it.
I missed shooting the shit like this.
But to be fair, while your head's up your ass, I'm taking a sledgehammer to your ball sack. I'll make sure that bitch is rusty and spiky too.
Actually slept well last
I mean, I could hand you the flaming 2x4.
Got the barbed wire?
Yeah, it's got the barbed wire on it.
Let's go fuck shit up.
For those who don't know, that's an inside joke between me and Rain, because we used to play a lot of the PS2 wrestling games, and we used to play 2008 specifically quite a bit. And, well, while we say sledgehammer and flaming barbed wire, flaming 2x4 with barbed wire, is because generally in matches, that is what we would end up with respectively as weapons. I would end up with a barbed wire 2x4, and my character had what was called the showman ability, which allowed him to do crazy shit, including setting certain weapons on fire. So take that as you will. And Rain always ended up using a sledgehammer as his preferred weapon. So that's an inside joke between the two of us.
Yeah, I use a sledgehammer. I mostly prefer the
Yes, but
Koichi's still a
but the
threat.
sledgehammer can
what did you end up using more, though, is what I was getting at.
Now, if it came to SmackDown versus Raw 2008, it's a chair because I used the heart.
Yeah, I mean, I had a Showman Hardcore as well.
I was mainly
You were Powerhouse Hardcore.
Powerhouse Hardcore, Brawler. Sometimes I'd swap it up and do Powerhouse and Brawler.
I actually slept well last night.
So if you guys hear us start joking like that, just know that's where it comes from.
Let's do it. Cool. You want to go?
Alright, nope, you've got to go. You've got to go.
On to the next level.
For those of you watching, if you haven't seen the Mario Kart World gameplay,
Ready when you are.
I suggest you look it up on YouTube because it's interesting. So, this is 3 laps
Cool.
of force is no longer.
In?
Yeah.
Doing 3 laps of force,
Mm-hmm.
the only time that you do 3 laps is back in,
Let's go.
first and back. And after that, when you beat that track, you make the next race, you drive to the next.
Really?
Yep. The
Nice.
driving to the next. Driving to the next course is part of the race.
I mean, I wonder where they got that idea.
When you get to the next course, you do 1 lap around the track.
Like I said, I wonder where they got that idea from.
And the tracks
Welcome,
are
viewers.
wider. And the tracks are wider.
Great trains coming through.
The tracks are
What
water.
Yes, because there's 24 races.
24 races per fucking,
Race.
shit!
Yeah.
There is a total of over 84 characters.
I'm up. Another one in the back.
You're good, man. Alright. Alright. Anyways. Continuing. 23,992. I want to try to get to at least... Well, hold on. Let's kind of keep looking back to the Yakuza. Better have this. Okay. Alright, so yeah, let's do that. Iron plates, bronze plates, but no silver plates. I knew there was one over here.
Oh, yeah. Feel it groove.
There we go. Siding powder. Very nice. Not like we're going to need it because I think we're going to be slightly over leveled.
偽物じゃねえぞ。謝罪するまでぶちのめし do it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah. Felt good.
I said I feel like I'm bullying at the moment, but that's all right. I'm trying to just build up money.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Alright, what was I saying?
You were saying something about the tracks are wider because there's 24 racers per track.
Oh yeah.
In it for the long haul.
Which still blows my mind, but at the same time, it's honestly not that surprising. It's just the natural shift. Because in 8, we had, what, 12, or was it 16 per race? Well then. I hope that's not on my end. Keep that.
ありがとうございました。
Okay, there he is. He's back.
Alright. You know how Mario Kart 8 Deluxe you had to hold the button to hold the item behind you to hit yourself?
Yeah.
You no longer have to do that.
Really?
Yep, it's automatically back there behind you. You now have guard grips or grind grips. When you
That's
drive
gonna
up on
work
the
similar
down-
to the anti-gravity stuff from Mario Kart 8.
許さないぞ。
It actually helps you get a ultra mini turbo when you grind.
Yeah.
You can press the trick button and you can flip on the wall and
Better run next.
press the trick button again, you can flip off the wall back on the track.
Interesting.
Or you can wall hop like that with your cart.
Wall hopping?
Yeah, you can flip off of one wall and drive on the other wall.
Alright then.
They brought back the Mega Mushroom. There is free roam now.
How's that work? I mean, obviously it's free roam, so I'm going to assume it's what it says on the tin.
You can drive around the entire Mario Kart world map.
Well, I know what you're going to be doing.
Ready when you are.
He's going to be like, I'm going to be playing the Crew Mario edition.
There's no more underwater tracks.
Thank God for that.
No more anti-gravity bullshit.
Yeah, the anti-gravs, it was cool the first couple of times you did it, but after that it got real old real fast.
There are no more gliders.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Now, instead of having ugly ass gliders, your cart sprouts airplane wings.
I think the gliders were better, specifically the The Zelda glider. I'm just saying.
They took cart customization.
Well, that's unfortunate.
They added a new mode called Knockout Tour.
Knockout Tour?
Yep.
Okay.
You start with 24 races.
Uh-huh.
When you get to it, you gotta place 20th or better by the time you get to the first check.
Okay,
Yes, no.
that sounds pretty
Yes.
good.
4 racers are eliminated.
Well, I know where I'd be. I'll fully admit I'm not the best Mario Kart player.
I know where the fuck I'd be. Headed to fucking pack.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know where I'll be. Eliminated.
I've got some more fight in me.
Hey, with practice, you'll be up here with me.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
No,
At-
playing against actual players, that's a different story.
playing against actual players, no matter how good we are, still gonna get eliminated.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't know.
Unless you get against some really stupid people.
I mean, fair enough.
I have raced against pros and they've made fun of me. Blue Shell's still on shit.
I'm up. Yeah.
They added a new item that will change your character's costume.
Okay.
When you eat a cheeseburger, you get the cheeseburger item.
Look at me go. Moving up in the world.
You will change your character on the fly and it gives you his features. Kind of like just like a mushroom.
Huh.
The coin count has been increased.
Okay.
It jumped from 10 to 20 coins you must hold for its to be used. To go faster. Mario, why you gotta drag a big ass cheeseburger behind your cart? I ain't gotta make the motherfucker hungry.
You know why. It wasn't accidental.
Donkey Kong is fucking huge in this game. They made him a damn big bag.
I will never not think that is funny as hell. Big back. Alright guys, if y'all excuse me for a minute, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
There are new and returning courses.
New and returning courses. Hopefully-
Wario Stadium. Wario Stadium from the N64 is making a return. Wario Shipyard's making a return.
Wario Shipyard?
Yep.
What? Which one was that in?
I think that's from the DS.
Ah.
And there's another one I saw. Oh, Airship Fortress. That's either from the DS.
Cool. Yeah. Don't get have fun with this.
What I want to see is the new Rainbow. They made the feather a permanent item, which, in my opinion, the fucking feather is fucking useless. So now we have a fire flower and an ice flower now.
Okay.
They added a hammer.
Oh shit.
And Kamek Koopa is now a item in the game.
Cammy is an item in the game now? Interesting.
Yep.
Watch this.
What does...
He'll fly ahead and if there's water, he uses his magic wand to make them bigger.
Let's go. We got another one in the back. Excuse me.
Well, yeah, I just see myself playing this shit for a long time.
No.
One of the racers you can play as a penguin, a dolphin, race as a cheat sheet, a damn fish. You can finally race as the Goomba. You know them little cactus things from the Mario world, the Pokies?
Yeah.
You can drive as one of them.
That'll be amusing to see how that works.
A cow is a racer. You can actually drive as a Moo Moo from Moo Moo Meadows.
Wow.
Wild.
They gave Donkey.
Never thought I'd see the day when we'd all join forces again.
The party's back and better than ever.
They're moving away.
Better
from
than
the
ever
look
might
of
be a
Donkey
bit much
Kong
for a bunch of
from Rare.
jobless dudes over 40.
From Rare Studios.
Who's
that
keeping
did
score?
Donkey Kong Country.
I say you're the best pals a guy could have.
They're moving away
So
from
what if
their
we're out of
version
work?
of,
We're heroes in
Donkey
our
Kong
hearts.
using the
Let's hold our heads high.
Look of Donkey
You know,
Kong from Mario.
Despite you having absolutely zero basis for saying that, I respect your optimism.
Aw, man, you flatter me.
That wasn't exactly a compliment.
I swear, it's never a dull moment with you two around. Anyhow, let's put our backs into it, eh, comrades?
Hell yeah!
The lightning shock will now stop your cart from moving as it's being used.
Koichi's still a threat.
We got a new Danky Cane game coming out. Danky Cane!
Yeah. You're going down. Cool.
It's called Donkey Kong Bonanza. In other words, you're pretty much the whole version of a monkey. You just go around breaking things.
Good. You're going down. Okay. Watch this.
Hmm.
社会ってものだし
Not a loser. Yeah.
Oh yeah, DK passes on
Have fun with this.
Oh boy.
Your heart sing. Let's go. Take it. Yeah. Another one in the bag.
Well, well, well. I know it's never gonna happen, but I'd like to see them make a new Smash game.
Woo woo! Freight trains coming through.
There's actually talks of a new Smash game possibly being made.
I want to get my hopes up, but I know Sakurai said that after Ultimate he was done making Super Smash Brothers.
They'll probably put somebody else in Smash Bros.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said they'll probably put somebody else in charge of Smash Bros. Because there's been talks of getting tired.
Well, the man deserves it.
I'm up.
Yep.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Dude, my opinion, do I see a new Smash Brothers being made? Yeah, eventually.
いらっしゃいませ
Because really and truly, at the end of the day, Nintendo's got the final say on it.
I mean, you're not wrong.
We are getting a new Hyrule Warriors game.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a prequel to Tears of the Kingdom. You
Well,
know,
it'll-
like how Hyrule Warriors was the Age of Calamity was
Yeah.
a prequel to Breath of the Wild.
Well, All I can say is I'm looking forward to it.
I have Breath of the Wild. I need to get Tears of the Kingdom as well.
Get Tears of the Kingdom. Get the new one. Echoes of Wisdom.
I've seen gameplay of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, Nintendo Switch 2 edition, and it actually looks pretty good.
ありがとうございます。
Hey, aren't you Risa Unai?
Now, whether or not
Whoa,
Nintendo
real TV
has
announcement.
bought Stick Drift,
She's
we
even
will
hotter
see.
up close.
Because
thank you.
I
I'm
don't
honored.
think,
Well,
for
goodbye.
far as I know, the new
Hey, hold on.
Joy-Cons do
Can we,
not
take a
have
picture
the Hall effect
so I can show all my friends?
joysticks,
Seriously, dude?
which
Forget that.
means that
Hey,
Stick
do you have a
Drift will
boyfriend?
still be
How
a
about one of
problem.
us? Who do you like better? Me or him?
I'm in a bit of a hurry, actually, so excuse me.
Which
you think
they
you're some kind of
design
celebrity?
controllers
I
nowadays
wouldn't piss us
that
off if I were you, Unai-san.
wear down quickly.
She's a TV
So
announcer,
you
huh?
keep buying
I
more
better help her get away from those
for money.
sleazeballs. Hey, fellas. Can't you see she doesn't want your company?
Huh? Who the hell are you?
How do you know she's not in this, huh? Looks to me like she wants a piece of the action. Don't it?
My dude, if you think she looks like she wants a piece of you, no wonder nobody's into you.
You talking shit, old man?
What's so wrong about getting to know a hot TV announcer? If you won't let us get close, we'll just have to take you out.
元の生活には戻れると思うんじゃねえ。
Yeah.
My question is all the characters going to be unlocked from the start, or are you going to have to do the free zone to unlock them?
No telling, man.
Because if they're all unlocked at the start, that makes the game not work.
Let's go.
Like, does have standard 24 ratings already unlocked? Or is it just
Think I'm getting
work on
stronger.
unlocking the rest of it?
What I'm more interested in is, are they going to have more, even though they're first party
What's with him?
characters, I wonder if they're going to have more quote-unquote crossover characters.
No, please no. I'm so sorry.
As of right now, Link is not in the game.
You alright
Yeah.
there?
I am, thank you. I really appreciate you.
Oh, TV?
Yep. I'm Risa Unai from TBS.
I'm Kasuga. Ichiban Kasuga. Guess you famous people got it tough. Getting
The
pestered by
Animal
crews like
Crossing
that.
and the...
Oh, I
cartoon
wouldn't say that
characters
I'm
are not
famous,
in
but
the game.
I do get harassment.
Well, this is one hot dumpster fire of a town, so be careful around these parts, yeah? Anyway, you heading to work?
Right you are. I'm on my way to a radio show, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, indeed. Have you heard of TBS Radio?
First time I've heard of it, but I might have a radio cassette player lying around somewhere, so I could probably tune in.
Then please give us a listen. You can also try tuning in with a phone app, too.
What's the show about?
Oh, all sorts of things. Food, music, you name it. Sometimes we even talk about things overseas. I join as a co-host every now and then. We end up talking about games pretty often when I'm there.
Oh yeah, I have
You
a
like
brother
games
who's
too?
one of the,
I used to play them a lot when I was a kid.
Oh, is this guy some kind of LARPer?
I haven't been able to play any games recently.
That'd be great. I could even talk.
Oh no, it's cool. What I did's not worth mentioning on the radio. Well, take care,
There is
nice
a
son.
Nintendo
Stay safe.
Direct
And good luck with your
8
radio
a.m. on
show.
the 17th
Will do.
that
Thank you
focuses
again.
on
Radio
Mario
shows,
Kart
huh?
World.
Been a while since she mentioned they also have a smartphone app or something, so maybe I'll download that too.
Alright, a
Maybe
playlist
more-
app is...
Maybe we'll get more information on what to expect.
Alright, a playlist app has been installed to your smartphone. You can add radio episodes to your playlist using it or the radio at Kasuga's apartment. You can also unlock multiple, as is the case with most of the Yakuza RPG games. You can unlock other music from other games as well. So, and you can actually sit there and set your list up. I'm actually gonna save here, and I'm gonna switch over to my other file to show you guys some of the music that you can get. Obviously, we will not be playing on the other file, so let's see. It's just literally to show some of the music you can get. Oh yeah, and this is also the file where I'm on a Kiryu chapter, so don't mind that. As you can see here, we have some of the stuff that you can get here. Some of these songs are unlocked by default. Other songs, you'll have to go in there and unlock, obviously. Obviously, we got Sonic, Puyo Puyo, Super Monkey Ball, PSO, Persona 3, Persona 4, Project Sekai, original music for the game. Like I said, I got quite a few unlocked here. And this isn't even all that you can unlock. And then there's the radio show they were talking about. There's also another one that you'll get on the Hawaii side, and that's the Nihon Going Places, or Seg Waves. Obviously, we have these here, which are the ones I have set up. Well, how do you activate it? I hear you ask. Just like that. Long-awaited space-time journey. Isayo ni Esto es todo.
I'm ready to kick ass.
Unfortunately, you can only have 4, or not 4, but 10 songs set in your playlist at a time. Alright, now then back to where we were. Just a little segue I thought I'd show you guys. I know people are like, "Ooh, Kiryu!" Yeah, we'll get him in a little bit.
There's 2 characters that I've raced as in Mario Kart. Bowser and Bowser.
It's still funny to me that Bowser's actually, what songs do I have unlocked, or are they unlocked? Yeah, okay, so I don't...
Damn, he lost his train of thought.
I was just curious to see if the songs that I, or that, you know, I was just curious to see. Unfortunately, no, so you have to get, you know, you have to unlock them as you progress. But, I mean, there's still quite a few here that are unlocked. I mean, Summertime Groove, Bacadaro, If I Could Love the One I Love, Awake, Honolulu City Lights, Like a Butterfly, Bakamitai, Machine Gun Kiss, 24-Hour Cinderella, Hell Stew, Spring Breeze, The Future I Dreamed of, Judgment, Hands, Pride from Despair, Tonight, Koi no Disco Queen, Samurai Ondo, and then obviously Majima's Construction Song, and then Friday Night, as you see there. Now, to the people curious, are there any Vocaloid songs in here? Yes. Yes, there are, actually. Right now, I'm just going to set a random set, and we'll...
Now, what was you saying about Bowser?
I was going to say, I find it hilarious that Bowser, one of the heaviest characters in Mario Kart, has some of the highest acceleration.
Yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. You put the right kart parts together. And have a decent amount of speed. Which is scary for him, I know. Because I'm usually
He's a big, fast boy. That's what he is.
Yes. Yes. He's a big fast boy. I mean, don't rule out the monkey. Ain't no slaps either.
No.
Wario,
Guess
on
so.
the other hand, that motherfucker just needs Jenny Craig.
Yes.
And Mario Kart has come a long way since Super Mario Kart.
True. But, I mean, some people will argue with me on this, but nothing will, still nothing can top the 64 version of the game.
Even though Super Mario Kart's the hardest Mario Kart in the series.
Hmm? Ah.
Mario Kart 4 is just modified. Not Mario Kart 4. Mario Kart 64.
My man said Mario Kart Tour. Damn.
I mean, Mario Kart, it was the dominant kart racer.
True.
Well, still is.
I mean, it was the original kart racer, that's for sure.
Until PlayStation came out with Crash Team Racing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion, I thought Crash Team Racing was better. For the fact of the Mario Kart, Crash Team Racing actually took
That's so.
to play.
Hmm?
If you wanted your mini turbos with Crash Team Racing, it took skill to do it.
True.
No. Wow.
Never played Mario Kart DS.
You never played the DS Mario Kart? I didn't either. Then again, I didn't own a DS, so...
That's the only Mario Kart I've never played.
There. See that hole underneath the bridge? That's the way in.
Oh, it just had to be a sewer, didn't it?
But also, this little segment here also gives us a,
I can't swim anymore.
Looks like we can get up from there. Hang in there, Nama.
as I was saying, this kind of gives you a, you know, the swimming tutorial. Obviously, you're not diving at the moment because who the hell would be diving in sewage?
Remember, stretching's important. Can we really get to the Siryu Clan HQ through this rat hole?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Still, I have heard some rumors about some real weirdos shacking up here. Stay on guard.
Yeah, my two favorite Mario characters are Bowser and when it comes to Mario Kart, it's Bowser and Bowser Jr.
I mean, that one don't surprise me. You've been maining Bowser for as long as I've known you.
Plus, my number one favorite character in Mario is Bowser.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. You've been maining him for as long as I've known you, so...
To me, Bowser is misunderstood. The way I feel about the character is, Bowser just wants to be loved.
I mean...
He's not necessarily evil per se, I think.
Well, I mean, him and, you know, despite him being Mario's... Well, I mean, he's Mario's rival. I wouldn't call him anything other than that. He's not like an... He's not an enemy of Mario's, but he's kind of like his rival. I mean, as we've seen over the years. Like, rivals want to push each other to be better. I mean, I wouldn't say their rival is actually... their rivalry is friendly, but I would consider them...
Nice.
Look, I definitely wouldn't consider them enemies. That's all I'm going to say. I definitely wouldn't consider Mario and Bowser enemies.
We mainly seen them on opposite ends a lot of times, but I've seen them on the same side.
Okay.
They'll put their differences aside and try to accommodate them.
Cool. Get alive. Brace yourself. Let's go. We got another one in the bag.
I like Donkey Kong too.
Oh yeah, feeling groovy.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Suck up.
Yeah, I've played as Bowser ever since he was brought into Super Smash Bros. On the GameCube.
I'm up.
Also, on the Nintendo Switch 2, the launch day is June 25th. June 5th. They're adding a new console to Nintendo Switch Online.
I'm gonna take a.
GameCube is getting added.
I was gonna say I'm gonna take a stab and say it's either gonna be the Sega or it's gonna be the GameCube.
And one of the games that will be available at launch will be The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker.
Wind Waker's a solid game. But then again, as a fan of the series, like as a fan of Zelda, there are good Zelda games, but there aren't any bad Zelda games. There are mediocre Zelda games, but there are not any bad Zelda games, in my opinion.
There will be 2 Pokemon games that are online.
Let me guess, Pokemon Gale of Darkness and Pokemon Coliseum.
Yes.
How did I know? I know what you're going to be playing the fuck out of.
If you want to buy an actual physical copy for the GameCube, you're going to pay $200
Well, yes. One of my favorite Nintendo 64 games is just the cartridge itself is $180.
I'm guessing that would be one of the Pokemon Stadiums.
No, that's Ogre Battle 64.
Okay. I'm up. You're in it now.
Yes, I'd like to buy Ogre Battle 64, please. That will probably be right there. Okay. What if I want to get the Pokemon Stadium games to go with it? That would cost.
Welcome to the stream, Corey.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like it's like $179 for that, and that's just for the cartridge, bro. Although that's not the most egregious I've seen. I won't even lie.
Question is, are they gonna add Mario Kart Double Dash to it?
Now
Melee
that's Melee. I could see them possibly adding Melee, although I think Ultimate has kind of taken its place as a lot of Smash fans' favorite game.
I mean, they added Mario Kart Nintendo 64 lineup. They added Super Mario Kart. Lined up Mario Kart Super Circuit for GBA. Why wouldn't they not add Mario Kart Double Dash?
True. I mean, we won't know until it comes out, man.
Yeah, Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker will be available at launch, I believe. I think Soul Calibur 2 will be available at launch. To play as Link.
Cool.
And F-Zero GX.
We need another F-Zero game. That's another thing we need.
Yes, I agree.
Look at me go. Hell yeah.
About to begin a series of battles. You should probably save the game. You don't say.
So, some of the games more titles will be added. So, Super Mario Sunshine, Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance.
I can't
XD,
wait.
Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, Super Mario Strikers, GB Robo,
Hey.
Luigi's Mansion.
I'm
looking forward to that.
I knew that was coming.
Coliseum.
I know you're looking forward to Pokemon Coliseum. I know you're looking forward to Gale of Darkness, and I know you're looking forward to Luigi's Mansion.
Yep. Also, they're also making a dedicated GameCube controller for the Switch too.
That's one controller design that will probably truly never die.
Totally.
I mean, the controller, it was a damn good controller.
It was.
One of the new features that they're adding to the Switch 2 is game chat.
Huh?
Looks like we were able to sneak in.
Where are we?
So you won't be,
Here you
so
play
you don't have
courtyard?
to have the
chairman's
Nintendo
room's
app
up there,
chat with
right?
your friends no more.
Yeah, no way I'd forget it.
Man, that takes me back. It was just us three. First time we came here.
Whoa, hey!
Cutie
the hell did you
Corinne.
come from?
Uh-oh. So much for getting nostalgic, huh?
Right. Guess it's a
Looking
fight
forward
back.
to the new Metroid
Now
Prime.
let's rock and roll. Let's do it. Cool.
Okay.
Let's go.
of scrap back there. Safe to say.
What
they'll be hounding
N64
us.
game were you tickling
That just
about?
means we don't gotta sneak around.
What Nintendo 64 game was I talking about?
Going all the way to the top.
Let's see, there was Ogre Battle, but we were talking about the Nintendo 64 emulator that the Switch has. But I was talking about one of my favorite games, which is Ogre Battle 64, and how expensive it is in response to my friend's
I've never heard of Ogre Battle.
Two Pokemon HD Yellow Dark $200.
Yeah, that's insane.
Would I pay there for a physical copy?
I mean, as a collector and enjoyer of classic games, I know there's going to be costs associated with it. It's just being responsible about the costs being associated with it, you know?
If I'm not mistaken, I think I had 2 copies.
You have 2 copies of Gale of Darkness?
I believe so.
I know you had the one.
I have one with the case, and I think I got one without.
I'd keep the one with the case, man. You probably, if you were to ever sell it, I know you're not, but if you were to ever sell it, you could get quite a bit of money out of that.
I also got Jason's copy of Pokemon Coliseum here in the house.
Let's go.
I've got my WWE Day of Reckoning, Day of Reckoning Checkers. I just need my other 2 wrestling games that I know I will never find. Cool.
Which one was it?
Open wide.
Get low.
Is your weapon a really long? Well, you know.
Yes, yes. That is a oversized Hitachi magic wand. Yes, yes it is.
Huh?
Another one in the bag.
And they don't even hide it, like literally. It's just called Massive Massage Machine. I mean, if you know, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I will be getting a Switch 2 and a Mario Kart. More than likely, I'll probably be getting a new Donkey Kong. I mean, who in the hell wouldn't want to smash that?
Hey, I'm in good shape.
I stayed in a love hotel in Sendai and they had them.
Cool.
Brace yourself. Yeah.
I remember you telling us you went on vacation, but you took a tour of Japan, but where all did you go, Corey, if you don't mind my asking? I know you just said you went to Sendai. I figure you probably hit all of the major cities like Sapporo, Osaka, Tokyo.
I'm up.
Man, I'd love to Japan myself. Japan, the home of Godzilla!
Kind of wish I'd have screenshot what she showed us earlier in the Discord. She was showing us her Animal Crossing, and she had a Godzilla statue. And yeah, she had a Godzilla statue in her her Animal Crossing game.
Godzilla's the shit. That's my favorite movie monster. A king of the monsters.
Or Queen, because funnily enough, Godzilla was originally female.
Tokyo Sendai Shiroi Tokyo Kyoto Naha Osaka Kyoto Shizuoka and Oshima.
They actually changed the lore of him. He's actually a male.
Tokyo Sendai
I'm good.
Shiroshizo Tokyo Kyoto Naha
They
Osaka
released a little
Kyoto
thing on his backstory.
Hiroshima. Okay.
Before.
Mm-hmm.
There was actually a deep underwater in caverns. There were actually communities of this species. When they did the nuclear testing,
It was a decent amount of places but far from everything major.
he watched his
Thank you. Barge in here.
child,
Nobody
he watched
sneaks
his
into
family
Seru
get
HQ
raped.
and gets away with.
Damn it. Chairman's room's right there, too.
It pissed him off instead
He's
of the
not
blast
wrong.
killing him.
Every
he
dungeon
sort
needs-
of-
Bring it on.
and he wanted to have hence how we got the Godzilla movie in 1964.
I'm up! Let's go! Here we Yeah.
Now with Godzilla being female, you're
Let's go.
basically referring to the 98
Cool. Open
the
wide.
one that attacked
In Kabukicho there's a giant Godzilla head that peeks over the buildings.
Have fun with this.
Kabucho? Kabukicho? Godzilla head that peeks out over the buildings. I bet that was cool.
That'd be cool and actually scary.
I'm up!
Kabukicho is actually the setting for Yakuza games.
Who knows? Maybe a monster
Okay.
Oh yeah? Let's go!
I'm not going to sit here and say he doesn't.
Let's go!
What's that?
Maybe Godzilla actually exists. I'm not going to sit here and say he doesn't. I'm not going to sit here and say he does.
Yeah.
We just don't know.
I'm up!
Everybody thinks that Megalodon shark is extinct. But I've seen recent reports that
Yeah,
Megalodon
recent
is
reports of the Megalodon isn't extinct, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kabachiko is the setting for the Yakuza
Chairman
games, with the
suspected,
exception of the Like a Dragon games, which take place in
Stay on your toes.
Yokohama. Well, with the exception of this one as well, which also takes place in Hawaii.
All right. We'll see that it's settled before next week's meeting.
I'd like to visit Hawaii.
Precisely.
I'd like to visit
We'll accept that
Japan.
proposal. Is that all? Very well. I'll be in touch. My apologies. I had to see that through. I've been managing things in Chairman Takabe's absence. I am Ebina, the clan captain.
But
It's a
that's
pleasure to
just
meet you,
me.
Ichiban Kasuga-san.
Masataka Ebina, Suryu Clan Captain.
So what? You hear about us from Takabe or something?
Yes, I've heard a great deal, too.
I only passed through Yokohama,
Takabe,
but I
he's
wanted
still
to go
locked
on the
up,
big
right?
Ferris wheel, but never
In
got a
short, one of ours
chance.
got busted and the chairman took the brunt of
That's
it. He's
unfortunate.
set to be released in 2 years.
And what about you? You're filling in for him while he's away, right? I don't remember seeing you around before.
I'm a new addition. I didn't join the Seiryu until after the Great Dissolution.
And you're already captain? You sure climbed the ladder fast. Based on that, you must be pretty good.
You flatter me. But you see, with the death of the previous chairman and the chaos that followed the Great Dissolution, well, the fact of the matter is we were short-handed. To be even more blunt about it, my promotion was based entirely on how well I earned. As a Yakuza, however, that's not really something to be proud of.
Hey, you're humble, at least.
Let's get back on topic. Chairman Takabe told me what
Tokyo
you
so
did for the
big it's
Seiryu
merged
clan,
with
among others.
Yokohama.
The
Yep.
Ijin 3 are all very much indebted to you. Please excuse me for not reaching out sooner.
Yeah, appreciate you rolling out the red carpet.
We take security matters quite seriously here. Unless I give explicit permission, any intruders are to be eliminated on sight. Unfortunately, it seems there was a delay in giving orders, even after I'd confirmed it was you.
Maybe relax your grip on the place then, huh? One wrong move and we'd be feeding the fish right now.
If I told my men to stand down first thing, I would never have seen our heroes of Yokohama in action. As acting
The
head of
greater
the Seiryu
Tokyo
clan,
area has the same
my
population as my
responsibility to
entire
determine who
country,
we do
which is
business
the
with.
second largest
Surely you
country by
understand.
land mass in the world.
Guess we're the ones who barged in. Wouldn't be right for us to complain about it.
You have my thanks.
Anyway, Ebina-san, the reason we came here...
Yeah, was
Yes, I'm aware.
Tokyo's
about
pop
Sasaki-san.
was what,
Is
30 million? The last time I checked the census, it was
39.
39 million. Okay.
Where do you think we're headed?
Maybe the mountains. You
By the
know,
way, I hope you're
areas
enjoying
in
the
the
stream
woods.
there, Corey.
Far from it. We're en route to a warehouse at the wharf.
Miku Million.
We gotta go all the way to the harbor just to
Miku
talk about
Million.
Sasaki?
Well, seeing is believing, as they often say. After the Great Dissolution 4 years ago, even some Seiryu clan members were ready to leave the Yakuza life
What's that?
behind. Chairman Takabe, in light of this, encouraged
Oh,
me
yeah.
to do just that. However, one major obstacle stands between an ex-Yakuza and the outside world.
The 5-year ex-Yakuza clause, right?
Correct. As long as that's in place, former Yakuza are unlikely to find decent work, forcing many onto the streets.
Like I said, I've
Knowing
got
what might await them,
like half a tub.
first thing
If
the
you could ever get
chairman
up here to
did
get it.
was provide a way one might make an honest living.
And what's that?
You'll see. In fact, we're almost there. We bought the warehouse the Liu Mang had been using some time ago. It's here we gather trash from all four corners of the globe.
Trash?
I say trash, but in reality, it's a little more complicated than that. Rather, it's things one can no longer afford to keep. For example, we might receive evidence of a president's adultery, or illicit money transfer records. A scholar may call them pieces of history. But to others,
I
they are
got that
cursed
streamer girl
objects
from the
meant
new
to be
Pokemon
destroyed.
game on Muti.
As to our part, we secretly
Streamer girl.
store these controversial trinkets
Let me
for
see
safekeeping.
here.
And should the client request it,
Oh,
we'll dispose
Iono.
of their trash without hesitation. It's our
Speaking
duty to make
of-
clients feel safe. But they
Yep.
might entrust
I
their
don't have any more
disposables to
roles at the
this
moment.
island nation we call Japan.
So, it's like a giant safety deposit box.
Precisely. Each storage container is lined with lead, so even X-rays can't make out their contents. In addition, the interiors are also vacuum sealed to prevent degradation.
I went to the
Naturally, at the rather
Pokemon
high
Center in
premium.
Shibuya.
But we still find ourselves with new inventory almost every day.
I swear. What'll you Yakuza think up next?
Wait,
Oh, this isn't just
they
some
have an
serial
actual
killer, right?
Pokemon Center in
It's our
Shibuya?
front corporation.
Right, so this is where you're sending those who want
Or is
out?
it just like a
Yes.
Pokemon store, like a
The
big ass
Omi and
Pokemon
Tojo's
store?
dissolution changed everything. Many Yakuza who are unable to reintegrate into society have since returned.
Wow.
Not everyone can weather those 5 long years.
It's
And
the
thus
flagship
Yakuza
Pokemon
is
store.
all they have.
Ah,
Whatever
okay.
their reasons, it's estimated they number over 10,000.
But it's called the
There's still
Pokemon
that
Center.
many?
They knew what
far
they
as
were
they're
doing when
concerned,
they
the
made
best
that.
option
They knew what they were
is
doing
to
when they built
side
that
with
place,
smaller
or built
local
that store.
groups like the Seiryu clan. Provided at least one organization remains, they will no doubt continue to seek them out. For this reason, Chairman Takabe plans to coordinate with all remaining Yakuza clans and quickly dissolve them as well.
What? You mean all at once?
The Yomei Alliance of Hiroshima, the Kitakata family of Hokkaido, the Ryudo family of Okinawa. Those are just the start, as he's secretly in touch with many other groups as well. He's aptly called this plan the Second Great Dissolution. Should it succeed, then the Yakuza
The
will
headquarters
truly be a
one is
thing
in
of the past.
Kyoto though.
I have been acting
Ah,
on
the
his
headquarters is in
behalf,
Kyoto.
carefully advancing the plan while he's away.
Never knew Takabe had his sights set so high.
In order to avoid the hardship caused by the first dissolution, the second will only be carried out once we've secured enough jobs. To that end, we've been expanding our business in numerous areas. Frankly, not all of them have been successful, but we can't afford to let that slow us down. We must give all we have.
I don't recommend staying in Kyoto.
Don't
So the
recommend it.
Second Great Dissolution.
So just kind of like if you're
When
doing like
exactly are you guys
a
planning to pull the
tour,
trigger?
just kind of like pass through it.
When the time is right. That's all I can say for now.
You've told us so much already, even though we just
Well,
met.
I will definitely take your word for it,
Seriously,
Corey,
means a
because
lot.
you have been there.
Kasuga-san.
I have not. So,
Adachi-san, I'm well aware of all the work you two have done in rehabilitating former Yakuza. That said, I am also aware of your current predicament. Despite this, let me assure you that our goals are the
If
same.
you wanna stay in the Kansai area, you should stay in
Masumi
Osaka and just
Arakawa's
visit
last wish.
Kyoto on a day trip or two.
His incredible dream of giving every last Yakuza a chance at normal life. Would you entrust that to us?
Kasuga-san, Adachi-san.
Sasaki! Guess you really were here after all, huh?
I'm sorry, well, to be honest, I came here with the intent of joining the Seiryu clan. But thankfully, Ebina-san said I could stay a civilian.
You've got nothing to apologize for. If you're okay with this, then you have my support.
We will take responsibility and look after Sasaki-san from here on. Is that all right with you?
Honestly, it's amazing what you guys have done. Makes me wonder why I even bothered trying to do it on my own. Anyway, Ebina-san, I ultimately just want to say thank you. This might sound
Its
kind of
infrastructure
presumptuous
and
of me,
transit
but
can't handle the amount of
if I may,
tourists and population it
could I ask
has,
you see
so
this
moving
through?
around feels
That
pretty sluggish
no
and
man
bad.
gets left behind?
Yes, of course. I'll see that it's done. Kasuga-san.
Hmm?
Provided you still have time, there's someone I'd like you to see.
Yeah? I mean, sure. I've got nothing but time right now.
Glad to hear it. In that case, allow me to give him a call.
That won't be necessary.
Well then, it would appear he's already here.
No way.
Captain Sawashiro.
It's been a while. Ichi. Holy shit. Captain Sawashiro.
All right, bro.
Are you streaming tomorrow night?
Now that I haven't decided. I may pick back up with South Park, but I'm not sure yet.
Anything you want to co-stream tomorrow night?
I mean, if there's something you want to stream, just let me know. We could pick back up maybe with Borderlands or whatever.
Yeah, we can do that.
No, it's fine. Old habits die hard, huh?
I think we is working on some side missions.
I don't remember what we were doing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll probably take a look here in just a little while, because I'm probably got about 30 more minutes, and then I'm gonna end stream. Probably about 30 more minutes, and I'm gonna end stream, and I'll go and take a look and see where we're at on Borderlands.
Alrighty. I'll catch you later, homie. Later, bro.
In sad cause I only have one monster left till my morning Amazon delivery.
Oof.
At a glance, I'd say he's treating you like the
And you have
opposite.
your stream tomorrow, don't you, Corey? Or
You know, for a dumbass, you're pretty perceptive, huh, Ichi?
And I see you're at it with that. Would it kill you to be nice for once? I guess old habits really do die hard.
In 6 hours.
in
So
6
they do.
hours? So what? 8 o'clock? Well, 8 o'clock your time,
What's going on?
or 9 o'clock?
Well, long story short, I wasn't the one who killed Chairman Hoshino 4 years ago.
What?
Every day.
Well, I know you're an hour ahead of me, so it's like 2:30 where you're at, I'm
It
sure.
sucks.
Yeah, streaming every day does.
Awful late to the party, aren't you? Seems even Hoshino got sick of waiting.
Young master, what have you done?
Yeah, I should be asking you. The ruthless Captain Sawashiro I once knew never dragged his ass. But I have a theory. You let it slip that someone was after the old man's head. Didn't you? If all went according to plan, Ichiban would come save the day before you made the hit. That's what you were banking on, right? Well, change of plans.
I see. So you sent a guy in ahead of me to ensure the job was done.
I'll make sure the credit goes to you. If it gets around that you off the Seiryu clan chairman, well, you're sure to impress a cellmate or two.
So then, that means I'd lost your trust some time ago, young master.
You're wrong there, Sawashiro. You never had my trust to begin with.
So which monsters did you order, Corey?
So someone else got to him before you even had the chance. Right. Then the young master played you as well. And even knowing that, you still took the fall.
I can't deny I was on my way to kill the chairman. Maybe I did pray for a sort of miracle. That by some chance I wouldn't have to. But it would have been too shameless of me to plead innocence.
You had your reasons. I'm sure a lot was going through your head at the time, yeah?
It's true. I suppose I was trying to atone for my sins somehow. It was clear the young master, no, my own son, was only sinking deeper into the abyss. I spoiled him, and Arakawa-san's death was a direct result of that. In truth, I might have prevented it, but instead I pushed him to...
Punch chaotic.
What'd you do, order two? 2 12-packs, or?
Once they put me in prison, I thought I'd just be counting down the rest of my days. But someone put that countdown on hold. That someone was Ebina. A man claiming to be his attorney came to visit. He told me he could prove me innocent, that he wanted to appeal for a retrial.
So Ebina knew the truth? Did he know about Chairman Hoshino? That there was another killer?
Yeah. He's a sharp one, that guy. Real young, full of energy type. He did everything he could to get me out of prison. It was all to serve his goal. To start up the second great dissolution. You even heard it yourself just now. Arakawa still had a lot more to do before he passed.
I get it. You couldn't be the one Yakuza left out of all this.
No way. I'm the guy that turned from the Tojo to the Omi, incited a war and went on an all-out rampage in the process. Get someone like me on your leash, and even a fresh face like Ebina's sure to turn a few heads. To keep the strays in line, you need someone who can bark over them. I suppose that's why he brought me in.
Sounds like you got the short end of that one.
I'd say it's the perfect job for me. All things considered. If nothing else, it sure beats pretending to atone for my sins in some cell.
Captain.
I had asked Ebina to bring you here tonight, but it wasn't so I could talk about myself. I know I have no right, Ichi, but I have a favor to ask you.
A favor? From me?
It's a rush job, too.
Let me hear it first. I don't exactly want to bite off more than I can chew, you know?
Well, as I understand it, you're fresh out of a job, right? I'm sure you'll find the time.
So, Sawashiro asks you a favor, and without any clue as to what it is, you run off and snag a passport. Sir, yes, sir, eh?
That's one way to put it.
Well, whatever his favor is, I imagine you'll be heading overseas, right? Passport ain't good for much else.
He's gonna fill me in later today. Said he'll be waiting at Heian Tower.
Are you gonna be okay by yourself? I mean, can we really trust Sawashiro?
You know, I think if he was gonna hurt me, he'd have done it by now.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point.
That, I'm out of work, with plenty of time to spare. Figured I'd just go meet him. I'd feel bad turning him down at this point, especially after he came to me for help.
Guess we're all going to Heian Tower then. You're not the only one with time on his hands after all.
True. Waiting at Heian Tower. About time I figured out what this big favor is. It's pretty far, so might as well take a taxi.
Remember, stretching's important.
Mm-hmm. Do one more round of grabbing these briefcases. And maybe one more round of combat, and then we'll get... I'll be saying aloha to Japan, and be saying aloha to Hawaii.
I'm in good shape.
Headed North Chinatown, because that's going to be the closest place. Actually, this is a pretty solid haul, I'd say. Of course, I haven't really bought any equipment. We should be okay for the most part. Well.
Not a loser. Cool. Yeah. Watch this. That's it.
Let's go.
Cool.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, there we go.
Moving up in the world.
Woo-hoo! Freight trains coming through.
All right, let's head on in.
To think there'd come a day when we'd share a meal here.
I'll say. Still, I assumed it'd just be us.
Actually, they're here on Ebina's orders. I made a lot of enemies before getting arrested. Plenty of people out there still hate my guts, it seems.
I mean, fair enough.
Oh, I did what you asked. Got my passport right here.
Ah, excellent.
So, what's this favor you're asking?
I'm sending you to Hawaii. There's someone there who wants to meet you.
Hawaii? Who is it?
Well, it's your mother.
What?
She's the one woman the boss truly loved. Akane-san.
Huh? Wait, that's...
Just so we're clear here, yes, you are indeed the boss and Akane-san's child. That fateful day 40 years ago, I saw everything with my own eyes. On that day, 2 babies at the coin lockers were sadly mistaken for one another. In a perfect world, you would have been raised as Masato Arakawa, the boss's own flesh and blood. You were, of course, replaced with... the son I abandoned. If you hate me for it, you're welcome to say so. You have every right.
You know, I've always had 2 fathers. Jiro Kasuga at the Shangri-La Soapland, and by oath, Masumi Arakawa. For what it's worth, that's all I needed.
Maybe you're right. That said, what about your mother?
Right, so, this Akane-san lady is...
Yes. She's your mom.
No, but... Akane-san... I heard she was killed! Heck, Arakawa-san told me himself! The Hikawa family hunted her down. You know, the guys Arakawa-san used to run with.
Right, well, that may be what the boss believed. But... it's not entirely true. Prior to the boss...
The plot thickens.
The patriarch of the Hikawa family hoped to marry Arakawa-san to his daughter. That's how much he liked him. You might even say the patriarch wanted him as his heir. But as fate would have it, the boss was already together.
Welcome, viewers. Holy.
So he had to fearfully...
Wallflower, I see you lurking. Welcome, bro.
That was it. And the patriarch's rage upon hearing the news was more than the boss could have ever imagined. In a sudden turn, he tried to kill both the boss and Akane-san, who at the time was pregnant with you. You see, the boss had heard Akane-san was caught by the Hikawa family, but he never saw her body for himself. He kept believing she was out there, and so he strung up one Hikawa member after another. But by then, it was too late. And the order to kill Akane-san had already been passed on to the contractors.
Contractors?
Professional hitmen. So now they were on the hunt too. The Hikawa Patriarch was playing all his cards.
All that to kill Akane-san? Just her alone?
Crossing the Yakuza carries a heavy toll. Surely I don't have to tell you that.
He's not wrong.
Arakawa made one last move. And in order to save your mom, he raided the Hikawa family HQ. All by himself.
And we've seen this before. Matter of fact, we see it in the previous game.
Arakawa! You're going straight to hell, you damn traitor!
Or you die. That poor bodyguard scared shitless. I like how they only light his face up with the lightning. That was the one thing that I thought was so cool about this cutscene.
Akane, where is she? Old man.
Wherever she may be, she won't have much longer to live. The hounds are already on her trail, and once they sniff her out, it's feeding time, down to the very last bone. Whether I live or die makes no difference. My orders are absolute.
And make new orders. Tell whoever you hired, you're calling it off.
The plan's already in motion. Give it up. As far as I'm concerned, you crossed the point of no return a long time ago.
Is that Lelouch?
Did you forget?
Is that Lelouch?
Fuck! It's Akane!
I think it might be Lelouch's voice actor.
No longer in the country. She's bound for the Philippines.
It deaf is.
Stowed away on
Yeah,
some
laugh.
shady-looking cargo ship, it seems.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Imagine a pretty little thing by her lonesome, with hardly a yen to her name. Surely she has to earn her keep somehow. I hear life at sea is quite demanding, but it's the men at sea who I'd be concerned about. Bet you they're lined up as we speak.
Shit! You piece of shit! Tell your men to stand down. Or they'll be dead just like you. Hikawa!
That's the spirit, Arakawa. Oh, I've been wanting to see that face. To hear you scream like the little brat you are!
Make the call! Do it already!
One really has to wonder, though, how bad is your bitch holding up?
The boss continued torturing the Ikawa patriarch until he breathed his last. But no matter what he did, the madman kept on laughing. Till the bitter end. And in the end, he never found out where Akane-san was. And now he had no chance of calling off her pursuers.
But wait, he knew she was headed for the Philippines, right? There had to be something he could do.
There was. He flew to the Philippines as soon as possible, and once he formed his own family, his subordinates joined the search. But nothing ever turned up, and the years just kept passing by. He came to believe that if Akane-san were alive, she would have contacted him. That day never came. So he and the rest of us assumed the worst, though no one ever said it out loud. Here. It's the photo of Akane-san the boss had us carry around.
What?
I can't imagine you've seen it.
This is her? Akane-san? Oh.
She's native Hawaiian, albeit with some Japanese blood mixed in.
Then I have that blood too?
Guess that's how it goes. Ten years had passed since Akane-san went missing. Then, one day the boss got an emergency call. It was from an officer of a Filipino group we had dealings with. He found a girl in Hawaii who looked just like her.
Then that mean maybe she moved back home at some point.
Yeah, we'd been looking at that angle too, as you might have guessed. But the boss never knew where exactly in Hawaii she was born. That might be why we still came up short.
So you went there to take a look? To find Akane-san?
As soon as I got word, I was on the first flight out. It was just me, though. The boss stayed behind.
Why?
What? Why didn't he go with me? If I can afford to be blunt, it's because he was afraid. He'd had enough. A man can only have his hopes built up so many times. The stronger and more promising the lead, the bigger the hurt when it all fell through.
I see. Makes sense.
Anyway, off I went. Eventually I found her. It was Akane-san, no doubt about it.
And she was safe and sound?
She was. About as safe as you can get. Granted, that presented a bit of a problem for me.
Huh?
Say all went well, and she returned to the boss. Akane-san would inevitably want to meet her child. And in that case, she'd quickly see that her son's been living with a handicap since the transfer at the coin locker. Now, she might at first say that just being able to reunite is enough. But eventually, she'd want to know about his condition. And she'd probably ask how that happened. Before long, she and the boss would be comparing their memories.
Wallflower.
Let's go raid.
Let's raid. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Wallflower.
Wallflower raid.
Baby at different lockers. How then would they treat Masato Arakawa, the young master, the boy they believed was theirs?
Well...
No one truly knows what would have happened. But I
Of
did
course,
know
bro,
this.
I go you. I'm
As
winding
long as
down.
Akane-san kept out of
Thai
Japan,
wallflower.
everything here'd stay the same. Neither I nor the young master would have to suffer.
Wait, then you flew out to Akane-san too?
Exactly.
Exactly.
When I saw Akane-san, I was planning to kill her.
Also, welcome Raiders. Feel free to join. Feel free to follow the channel if you are so inclined.
Even I couldn't help trembling. I had every intention to get rid of the woman the boss loved. However, I ended up walking away. All thanks to something she said.
If anyone asks, I've been dead a long time.
And Akane-san has kids out there?
It shouldn't come as a surprise if you think about it. A young girl on the run from hired killers, with absolutely no hope of contact from the man she loved. Who could blame her for anything? From then on, it was her life to live. So I decided to honor her wishes. I gave word to the boss that Akane-san was dead. I told him the Hikawa family had reached her first. That all I'd found was her lifeless body. Nothing more. The boss quietly accepted my report. The search for Akane-san was called off. And she was never spoken of again.
Until now.
After that, I stayed in contact with her, though sparsely. I needed some control over her so that she wouldn't suddenly get homesick for Japan. You see.
You're a certified asshole. Still, I get that this all started because of what Akane-san said. I'm not saying everything you did was wrong.
Well, with the boss now dead and me out of prison, the situation has changed. I wrote a letter to Akane-san. I told her everything there was to know. How I betrayed the boss, and that Ichiban Kasuga, the boy who grew up in a soap plant, was her child. Ironic, isn't it? Neither I nor Akane-san were finally free until long after the boss was gone. Anyhow, Ichi, Akane-san, she tells me she wants to meet you.
She does? Me?
Akane-san's home address. It's right there on the front.
Is this a letter from Akane-san?
It's just the envelope. The letter was to stay between me and her. I'm afraid I can't show it to you.
Sure, I get that.
Yeah, sure it must be strange to be in your 40s and be asked to meet your mom for the first time. But Akane-san's only getting older. A son ought to set his mother's mind at ease before she passes on.
True.
Don't you think?
True.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is just one more way for me to atone for all I've done. I'll be booking your flight to Hawaii. You'll leave tomorrow night. All that's left is how you feel about it. Will you go? Not for me, but for Akane-san. Please, won't you see her, Ichi?
Captain.
I beg you.
You know, I never thought I'd see the day you bowed your head to me. All right. I'll go see her.
I would have killed you if you'd said no.
Of course you would have. Of course you would have, Sawashiro.
What's up?
Damba was worried about you, and I somehow missed my chance to skedaddle. I'm sure that was totally what happened there, Adachi. Look who's talking. About that. Things got a little complicated.
Yeah.
Alright. Cut to the party at Survive. Another 800 yen.
You're going down. Okay. Watch this.
Perfect.
Hope this hurts.
Goodbye. All right. Actually, what am I doing when I can just do it this way? Instead of walking all the way over there. Yep. Yep. All right.
I see.
Okay. Hey. Okay. Okay.
Sure. Yep.
Into traveling abroad to people my age, the first place they'll think is Hawaii. Grand Prize is usually a Hawaiian vacation for two. Huh. A Hawaiian vacation for two. Imagine if you went with such a... That'd be something, eh? Like she'd ever say yes to that. No. No. They definitely have not made up. She's left him on red for over a year.
Hold on.
Man got left on red for a whole year. Oh yeah, don't you need the pack?
Listen.
Got it. Thanks.
Alright. And then before we head out, I'm going to go ahead and sell those plates I have. And that should give us roughly 50 or 60,000 yen, which should give us a nice little chunk of change for when we get into the Hawaiian part of the game.
Listen. Yeah.
Actually, let me go do that real quick. An extra XP can't hurt.
Let's go. Cool. I'm not a loser. Okay. Watch this. I'm up. I got that. Going in. Watch that. Cool. There he is, son. In it for the long haul. Let's do it. Yeah. Watch this. Oh yeah? Yeah. We may be about. On to the next level.
Rank 6.
Look at me go. Hell yeah. Irashai.
ありがとうございました。いらっしゃい。
Alright, there we go.
ありがとうございました。
That should give us a nice little chunk of change for when we get into Hawaii.
I actually slept well last night.
Bye-bye. Got no time for y'all right now. Couple sent me back about 500. Arakawa's grave.
I'm taking off, boss. I'm gonna go meet her. Akane-san wants to see me.
Arakawa, he had no clue Akane-san was still alive. Or that you were actually his son. He never knew about any of it.
You know, whether I'm the boss's blood or not, I can't actually say. Honestly, does it even really matter?
Huh?
To the boss, I'm just me. And to me, the boss is just the boss. His blood, my blood, it's not important. It doesn't change a thing.
And that's why you won't take a DNA test? If it were me, I don't want to set the record straight.
For all I care, I got two dads. I've got the boss right here, and I've got Jiro Kasuga, the man who stepped in when no one else would. That's good enough for me.
If you say so.
Man, you always gotta be so stubborn. Say, by the way, what's that in your hand?
Oh, I've got some of the boss's ashes in here.
Huh. You get that made somewhere?
I want to give it to Akane-san. You know, provided she'll accept it.
So that was it, huh? That's what made you decide to go?
Maybe. For what it's worth, I thought it might make the boss happy. So, what do you think, boss? Huh? What's up, Nancy? That's my pet crawfish, of course. Nancy. I sort of bargained for her life with a homeless fisherman. She's been with me since. Namba stuck her in a clay pot as a joke, but turns out she finds it pretty cozy. Oh yeah, if I'm going to Hawaii, Itachi-san maybe? Huh? That a no? Listen, if my stay in Hawaii goes long, you might dry out by the time I'm back. Fine, have it your way. Yeah. Be a good girl, keep cool, Nancy.
Sujimon Generation 2.
What the hell's up with this guy?
Just another crazy off the streets. Nothing out of the ordinary. Huh. Does it feel like
We've had this conversation before? Yes, yes we have.
Whatever. We know how to handle this.
Roger.
Not a loser. Yeah.
There are slow bops in his head.
Well, his head's fixing to be ringing for sure.
Let's go. Going in.
Booty attack is crazy. This isn't Kijo LOL.
Man, what was his problem? I swear, this city's just as ugly as it ever was.
Oh, a turncoat titillator. Classic. You've not lost a step, Kasuga. How fortunate for us all.
Huh?
It's been a while, my boy.
You! Who were you again?
Professor Morikasa, the bloody Sujimon sensei.
Oh, right. I was just kidding. Of course I remember you, Sensei.
Sujimon Sensei? This guy a friend of yours, Kasuga?
You were with me when I met him, I think. He took us over to his, Sujimon Center, right?
Come on, man. It's hard enough to remember the names of cute girls these days. Much less scarred-up cue balls.
You say so. Listen, then. This guy's the Sujimon Sensei. The creep who researches other creeps. Let me fill up a whole catalog with data on them. This Sujimon.
Guilty as charged. More monster than man all. And inclined to make passers-by feel super jittery. Sujimon!
Uh-huh.
Okay, yes. It's a stretch, but a necessary classification. For society to rid itself of these violent creepazoids, research and categorization are vital endeavors, you see. As if...
No shit.
No shit.
Despite all my efforts, it's still rotten with criminals and degenerates. Just look around you for proof. And so I collect data on them, their behaviors, their habitats, to help good, honest citizens.
That's why you needed Kasuga's help? Since he's always getting his ass kicked in the seediest parts of town? Right! It's coming back to me.
Well, Kasuga? Will you...
Huh? Sure.
You do still have the Sujidex installed on your phone.
Hey, hold on!
You deleted my suit.
Hey, man, those things don't have much space.
No cloud backup. Nothing to do but reinstall it.
Maybe make a cloud backup. I don't know. You made the app. Make a cloud backup for the app.
What a pain in the ass.
Enough whining. You want to keep the...
Wait, I forgot. I'm planning to go to Hawaii soon. Will this thing even work overseas?
Well, it should, in theory. But why are you headed there, might I ask?
I've got some stuff to take care of.
My boy, Hawaii is known far and wide as a Sujimon paradise.
Really?
One could call it an entirely different region of Sujimon. A tropical dreamscape, yet a land of shadows, blessed by the sun and the moon.
You guys picking up what he's putting down?
In fact, I've even heard tell of some sort of Sujimon tournament there.
How would that even work?
How would that even work?
We'll explain that when the time comes. Away now, my boy. To Hawaii you go for priceless Sujimon data. Remember, gotta dispatch 'em all. Become the Sujimon master again.
Right.
Whatever you say, Sensei.
Going to Hawaii, huh? This might be my one chance to get it all back.
Okay, yeah, we'll touch on that in a later episode. Just an FYI. Alright. And actually, before I head out, you didn't see nothing.
いらっしゃいませ。
I'm starving.
I'm real meal.
That was great.
ありがとうございました。
Alright. Let's head to Hawaii.
Hey, Ichiban. You sure you got enough stuff with you? I mean, it's Hawaii. Not a day trip up to some hot spring.
You're staying there at least a few nights, right? Bring enough change of clothes?
Hey, if I run out, I'll buy some. I hate dragging luggage around. Look at us. First we're homeless, and now we're stressing about extra clothes.
Hey, you're right. You really moved on up. This might just be the R&R you needed. Take the time to enjoy it.
Oh, and I'm good with any gift. But macadamia nuts.
Macadamia nuts.
Thanks, guys. Well, guess I'm off.
Dachi and Namba have left the party.
like a sunrise in Hawaii.
On behalf of all of our crew, thank you for choosing to fly with us today. We hope to see you again soon.
No. Wait, careful, hold on. Please, just wait. 1 second.
Hey. Mind if I take over?
Yes, please. Thank you.
No need to be so gentle with it. Just lift him by his belt here. Like a sumo in his loincloth. See?
Thanks for lending a hand, sir. We appreciate the help.
No. If anything, I was being too nosy.
I wouldn't call helping a stranger out nosy. I take it you've done this before?
Well, an old friend of mine spent most of his life in a wheelchair, so...
yeah, that would do it then.
Anyway, you here on vacation?
You could say that, yeah.
Right on. Well, let's make the most of it, huh? Later.
Thanks again. Oh, hui ho.
Who what now?
Hui ho. It's like saying, until next time.
Oh, okay. Hui ho!
Well, we're saying aloha to Japan and aloha to Hawaii. Alright. Kasuga's money has been converted to USD. From this point, any cash gained will be converted automatically when appropriate. The exchange rate is fixed to 100 yen to $1 US. And I believe the game is actually giving us a I believe the game is giving us a more generous transfer rate than the actual transfer rate at the moment. I'm not exactly sure what the transfer rate is for Japanese yen to USD. Anyways, I think we're going to cut it here, guys. Thank everybody who joined. Wallflower, thank you for the raid. And I will catch y'all next time. Zucker the Silver Wolf, signing off.